Thanks for stopping by. This is going to be a mid-month reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Pisces, I've already pre-shuffled the cards, so just give them one quick shuffle and then we'll get started. So, angels, spirits, guides, messages for Pisces for August 8th, I think we're at the 18th through the 31st. Okay. Messages for Pisces for August 18th through the 31st. Whew. Cards are flying out, Pisces. Got something to say. Angel, spirits, guides, messages for Pisces. Okay, there we go. Okay. First card up, Pisces, is the Moon card. This is Major Arcana. This is the card of Cancer. It's also the card of the subconscious, of the unknown, those things that are not known to us. It's also of note that we are in a full moon in new moon in Leo. So we have moon activity today. So this may be a good day for you to do some ritual, perhaps some moon ritual, however it is that you tap into the cycles of the moon, if you do. Thinking that if you're watching a tarot reading that you probably do. So I would really stress maybe doing some ritual this evening, tomorrow, around those things that you hope to bring into your life. And I can tell you that it appears that some good things are on the way or on your mind. The Moon card is followed by the Ten of Pentacles. So Ten of Pentacles, Pisces, speaks to building and leaving legacy. It also speaks to inheritance, lots of money coming in, having a really firm foundation underneath you, doing a lot of healing work. That is healing 7 generations before you and 7 generations in front of you. Although in today's reading for you, Pisces, this is coming through as building a legacy. And in doing so, you may heal generations, perhaps. Perhaps you come from a line of impoverished people, or people with a mentality of impoverishment who actually have a lot of money in the bank, but who live in a scarcity mentality. This can also speak to that. So I think that the Moon and the Ten of Pentacles seem to speak around, I think you're giving a lot of serious thought to what you are going to leave behind, what it is you want to do in this life, and how you will make your mark, and what it is you will leave behind for others. Followed by the King of Pentacles. There's a lot of pentacles on the table here today. So there's this is indicative of that energy. So the King of Pentacles speaks to masculine energy around earthy pursuits. So this is someone who, or the energy of someone who is really in charge of their foundation, has worked really hard, and has not messed around. This doesn't have to be somebody, often for me it is not somebody who comes from a lot of wealth and abundance and family money. This is somebody who's worked really hard and diligently on their own to build their empire, if you will. And so working, if this isn't where you find yourself right now, I think this is where what you're thinking about, the ways in which you have maybe already built something, and the ways in which you can continue to build your empire, your legacy, your abundance for generations to come. Followed by the Ten of Wands. So this really speaks to perhaps currently, so the energy that's coming through Pisces is that this is what you want. This is what is coming up for you this particular moon cycle. You may be feeling that you don't have this, that you don't have a firm enough foundation, that you don't have enough money in the bank, that you haven't worked hard enough, or you're continually working hard, and perhaps this hasn't come to fruition just yet. And what you are feeling is an exhaustion, right? This is, the 10 speak to the end of a cycle. They speak to, and Wands speaks to action. I think perhaps you have worked really hard. You've gone down one path and you've worked really hard, and it hasn't brought you this. Hasn't brought you quite what you had hoped. Okay. And you're in a period right now, and maybe this is, why I'm sensing you need to do a little bit of a moon meditation, do some ritual around those things that you would like to plant the seeds of and blossom in a little bit of time, maybe in the fall, because this really speaks to being exhausted. You have worked and you've spent all of your fire, if you will, down a certain path, and now you need to regroup, regenerate, and rest. Okay, and with that comes the Eight of Cups, which really speaks to walking away from something that perhaps fulfilled you emotionally. This could be work that it really speaks to you. And, if you notice, almost all the cups are upright, and yet you still need to walk away for whatever reason. This is a tough place to be in, because it's not as though you're walking away despite the fact that you're exhausted. It isn't that you're walking away from something that was not emotionally fulfilling, because on some level, whatever it is that you're walking away from has been emotionally fulfilling for you. And yet you've come to the end of the road with it, and it's time to walk away. So when we're faced with this type of situation, I want you to know, Pisces, that it's okay. Not every situation works out, and not every situation that doesn't work out is because it was awful and unfulfilling in every way. Not always because you were betrayed or because something awful happened. Sometimes situations, they come into our lives. People come into our lives. Situations come at us, and they serve a purpose in that time frame. And knowing when to walk away is as important as knowing when to stay. And perhaps the decision to walk away is the part that's exhausting, or has led to some exhaustion, but know that it's going to be okay. This is the sun. It is ruled by the sun. The sun comes out when we finally decide and understand and know that it's time to walk away from something, even though it gives us grief to do so, even though it isn't because it wasn't emotionally fulfilling. It's because we are in search of something else. Okay? And often that comes, maybe there, this is what is occupying your space. This is what's occupying your mind. This is where you are going, or want to go, or need to go. But in order to get here, you have to go through something a little bit more difficult, which is recognizing how exhausted you are, that this current endeavor, whatever it is not fulfilling you. Not because it's bad, not because somebody's awful, just because it doesn't speak to you any longer. But know, Pisces, that when you do make that decision and you do walk away to whatever extent you're able to do that at this point, the sun shines on you. It's going to be okay. This is the best card in the deck. So if you are grieving losses, I want you to know that it's okay. It's normal and natural. And that it can be harder to walk away from situations that are not terrible, right? When something's terrible, it's a lot easier to walk away. We still grieve it, but, you know, we can put a lot of stuff on it, like, oh, you know, that person, that situation, that whatever. But when something fills us up emotionally, but still doesn't quite meet the moment, those are the situations that are hardest to move away from. But when we do, you are granted the sun. The sun shines upon you. You may step into a bit of a spotlight. You may be the way forward for other people. Who knows, right? Especially because we've got the Ten of Pentacles, which speaks to legacy. So there's something you're walking away from because you need to leave behind something better, not just for yourself, but perhaps for your family, for your children, for generations to come. Okay, so Pisces, it's going to be okay. You are setting yourself up in a very good position for the fall, and I think even beyond there. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there, and I look forward to seeing you in September. Thank you.